It wasn't a bank. It wasn't regulated like one. Yet billions of dollars moved through it every single day. For years, it operated across borders beyond oversight, until governments finally stepped in, and what they found changed everything. Binance became the largest crypto exchange in the world in just a few years. Fast, borderless, efficient. But behind that growth were questions about compliance, control, and accountability. This is a Fraudify investigation. This is Fraudify, where we unmask the world's biggest scams. Binance launched in 2017, at a time when crypto was still new, confusing, and largely unregulated. Its founder, Changpeng Zhao, had a simple vision: build a platform where anyone, anywhere could trade instantly. There were no delays, no heavy restrictions, no traditional banking friction. Users flooded in. Within months, Binance became one of the largest exchanges globally. Within years, it became the largest. Binance's advantage was speed. Accounts could be created quickly, transactions processed instantly. Funds moved across borders with minimal checks. For users, this was freedom. For regulators, it was a risk. Traditional financial systems relied on identity verification, anti-money laundering controls, transaction monitoring. Binance operated differently, and that difference became its biggest problem. As the platform grew, so did concerns. Authorities began noticing large volumes of suspicious transactions, weak identity verification processes, users accessing the platform from restricted regions. Reports suggested that illicit funds were moving through the exchange, not necessarily because Binance created crime, but because it didn't stop it effectively. Investigations later revealed internal communications. Some employees raised concerns about compliance. There were discussions about weak enforcement of rules, high-risk users remaining active, pressure to maintain growth. In fast-growing companies, compliance often lags behind expansion. At Binance, that gap became significant. Regulators across multiple countries began taking action. The United States, United Kingdom, and others issued warnings. Some restricted Binance's operations. Others demanded stronger compliance measures. The message was consistent: grow but follow the rules. The company responded by adjusting policies, but scrutiny only increased. The most serious investigation came from U.S. authorities. They focused on anti-money laundering failures and sanctions violations, lack of proper oversight. Investigators examined whether Binance allowed transactions involving sanctioned entities, illicit financial flows, high-risk jurisdictions. The scale of the platform made the stakes enormous. In 2023, the pressure reached its peak. Binance agreed to a multi-billion-dollar settlement, over $4 billion in penalties, one of the largest in financial history.
Binance and its founder operated as though the rules didn't apply.
As part of the agreement, Changpeng Zhao stepped down as CEO. He later pleaded guilty to violations related to anti-money laundering laws. Leadership changed. Oversight increased. The era of unchecked growth was over. Binance continued operating, but under stricter conditions. New compliance systems were introduced. Monitoring increased. Regulators remained closely involved. The company survived, but its image changed from disruptive innovator to a case study in what happens when growth outpaces regulation. The Binance case wasn't just about one company. It reflected a broader reality. Technology can move faster than regulation, and when it does, gaps appear. Those gaps can be used, intentionally or not, by actors operating outside the law.
Binance became the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. Now, Binance is paying one of the largest corporate penalties in U.S. history.
Binance didn't collapse, but it was forced to change, and the lesson is clear. In finance, scale without control eventually attracts attention, and when that attention arrives, it doesn't leave quietly. This is Fraudify, where we unmask the world's biggest scams. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fraudify for more.